Hello, Alec.
How you doing?
What was your reaction when you heard the news that Zion and Ben were returning for another year with you guys?
Yeah, I had a little insider information because I'm basically best friends with Zion and Ben, and we were talking about it, and just the whole thought of it with Ben. I know talking to Ben, he really wanted to come back. He felt like this team, this atmosphere, everything was so good that he wanted to come back, and he felt like he couldn't leave, and he knows what we can accomplish this year. And then Zion, the same thing. He knows what he can accomplish, and then not only as a team standpoint, what they can do personally for their careers with another year with Coach Halfley, this offense, with Zion playing tackle guard, moving it around, with Ben playing tackle guard. They know that they can really improve the team, help the team, but also improve themselves for the draft next year and everything else. And really, my emotion was, like, to get back to the question, was my emotion was I was so happy. It's a nice feeling when you got guys like Ben and Zion coming back to play next to you. It makes my job a lot easier.
And let Chris know his record for consecutive starts is about to be broken.
Yeah, that one's about to be broken. And I think that one with Ben will be an NCAA record, ACC record, and I don't think that will ever be broken. So
we'll go next to Kevin.
Hey, Alec, how you doing, man?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. So, speaking of your brother Chris, he's an assistant coach this year for Shepherd Hill. I'm just curious if you've talked to him about it at all, and if that's something that you would ever consider doing down the line.
Yeah, I remember after our season when we didn't go to a bowl game, we went home. I was actually able to go to Atlanta and visit Chris with my brother Ryan, the head coach there, Ryan Dugan. He's my brother also, and they were talking about it. And Chris said, with their season getting pushed to the spring, he'd love to come back and be an assistant coach and really get into it. And my brother's like, jumped right on the opportunity. He's like, yeah, the kids will love it, the school will love it, and it's good for Chris to get experience into coaching because we're football guys. That's what we like to do. My dad was a head coach at my high school. So it's 100% something I'd get into also myself. I kind of sometimes feel like a coach, and we joke around in the line room and they say, oh, Coach Lindstrom, because a lot of the young guys I like to take under my wing and teach them, because when I mid-yeared, I was at a point where I was getting my butt kicked every day, and just I had guys like my brother Chris, like John Baker, helping me and coaching me. So I find it fun to coach some of the guys here. So if I ever got the opportunity, yes, I would. I would love that to go help some kids. And it's fun, and it's seeing it from the different side of football, the coaching aspect. So it would be a lot of fun.
We'll go next to Dan.
Alec, good to see you. Hope you're well.
I am. You too.
Welcome back. For you, working with Zion and Ben, and I know you mentioned tackle guard and playing in between them. Outside of stability and having flexibility among those guys around you, what's that like as a center when you have guys that can rotate in and out of the guard position when they're working right next to you versus playing outside on the tackle?
What it means for me is it means a couple things. One, it means that, like, if Zion's moving out to tackle and someone like Finn comes in the guard, it gets some chemistry built between me and Finn. It gives me the ability to teach Finn too, because I know some things there. And it gives the ability for Zion to get out, get his experience back at tackle. If you're going back and forth, it can be hard to switch. But for me, it's great because it gives me opportunity to get chemistry with someone else. This whole spring we're talking about competition and competing. Competition is the best thing. And if Finn can get in there and do the job, that's great. And if I build that chemistry with him, with Christian, with everybody. So with them being able to rotate, gives me the opportunity to play next to some different guys that I usually don't play against. And it gives me a break sometimes, because someone might have come into the center, give me a little breather, so that's also good.
We'll go next to Andy.
Hey, Alec, hope you're doing well. When we talked to Zion earlier this spring, he mentioned how there's a lot of individual periods in the spring practices, and that's been a big help for working on different kinds of blocks, whether it's wide zone or face blocks. I was just wondering, do you feel like the whole group as a whole is more comfortable with the blocking scheme this time around? And what do you think the progress is with that?
Yeah. The great thing about spring is I love individual. If practice was 3 hours long and it was 2.5 hours of individual, I'd be in heaven. It gives you the opportunity to learn, to really fine tune our blocks, our double teams, our wide zone, inside zone, base blocks. And it also gives you opportunity to work different things. Like I've been practicing some guard. I usually don't have that opportunity. It gives me a lot of time to do guard and center. It gives me opportunity to work with different things with my hands and different techniques with our hands, our hat placement and movement. And then for progress, if you watch a tape of us, even an individual, we're faster. We know it more. We're more comfortable. And just like if you look from the beginning of the season last year to the end, our chemistry was so much better. You know, what people don't understand is when you move people around, it can affect it so much. And now that we've got the chemistry going, this individual that we didn't get last year, it's giving us chemistry. And when we take it out to team period, you can see it. We're rocking off the ball, the wide zone. I mean, that play is going to be huge this year. We're really taking that as what we want to do, and we're doing a great job with it. And then just being able to understand the scheme now, and where before, like spring 3, spring 4 last year, you know, we're all in the spin cycle, like, oh my God, what's this play? Where am I going? Where am I going? And now it's really, we can fine tune it and work on those techniques now. And then with individual, we have the opportunity to really try those new things and move around a little bit.
We'll wrap things up for Alec with Rich.
I just got 2 more. First of all, I just want to get your impression of Drew Kendall, and is there a little kindred spirit there, him being a Massachusetts kid?
Yeah, you know the Massachusetts guys, we're a lot grittier than everyone else.
Oh, that's a Texas.
We're grinders, but you know, other than the 4-star life, he had that 4-star life. I came from the no star, but yeah, no, he's doing an amazing job. Him and Illy, 2 mid-years coming in. It can be hard. It's a lot. It's a pro style offense, and then going from blocking high school kids to blocking some really big dudes that have been here for, like today, Boozy and him were going against each other, and that's good for him to learn and get that experience of going against a guy like that. But overall, with the mid-years, I'm so happy with how they work and their attitude every day. You know, they're just coming in, putting their head down, working and learning and getting better every day.
And last question, when Phil's under center and he's scanning the field or in the shotgun, he's in the field. Are you his eyes on the ground?
Yeah, you know, we do a great job of me and him always talk, whether it's in before practice, after practice, or even after the play. We do a really good job between us communicating, you know, like for example, if we have like a kill or an Oscar, which basically means is we call 2 plays in the huddle. We call one if there's a certain defense, then we're going to kill it or change it to a different play. And this year, and myself and Phil have done a lot better seeing the field and then being able to communicate. So if he doesn't see something, I see it and I tell him, or if I don't see something, he's able to tell me. So this year, after getting that whole experience with him, we communicate so much better together, and we see the field together, which makes it a lot easier for everyone.